Good evening, everyone. I'd like to say a brief word on this 2020 UN Day for the total elimination of nuclear weapons. Just briefly, there's a treaty that exists now called the Treaty on the Prohibition of Nuclear Weapons, and it will enable a process of beginning to work towards the elimination of nuclear weapons. The treaty itself is in existence. It has 45 countries that have ratified it, and many Pacific countries have also ratified that treaty. Internationally, we need just 5 more ratifications, and the Treaty on the Prohibition of Nuclear Weapons will come into force. I urge our Pacific states that have already done so to support and encourage other Pacific countries to ratify that treaty. But let me just give a global context here. I'm from Fiji. I spent many years protesting nuclear testing in the Pacific, and I've spent many years mourning the impact of nuclear weapons on Pacific Islands peoples, in the Marshall Islands, in Kiribati, in French Polynesia, and the unknown effects on all of us. So, some years ago, by chance, I was invited through Femling Pacific to join an ICAN meeting, which is the International Campaign to Abolish Nuclear Weapons, and I never thought it was possible that we would have a legal instrument which did ban and condemn nuclear weapons, not just as weapons of war, but as a creation that we, as human beings, do not know how to handle. We do not know how to handle the impacts of these weapons, and we would not be able to live on an earth which had impacted by just too many explosions of any of these weapons. They take up many resources, they waste money, and they are a risk to humanity and to the planet. So please, on this day, on the total elimination of nuclear weapons, do understand there's a legal instrument already waiting to come into force. And I wholeheartedly say that it is a chance for us to act internationally, regionally, and nationally to eliminate nuclear weapons. It exists. The nuclear armed states do not support this treaty, but it is an instrument which also will be a means of persuading them that the majority of the world's people are against nuclear weapons and want them eliminated. So, my best wishes to everyone today, and please work together to support the elimination of nuclear weapons. It is possible.